Hello friends, welcome to my channel Eccentric Learning. I hope you have gone through the first part of ratio proportion and variation video where I have explained the concept of ratio proportion and variation, continued proportion, componendo and dividendo, direct and indirect variation and many more. If not, the link has been given in the description box, please go through it. Also, if you like the content of my videos, then do subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. In today's video, we are going to do some word problems on ratio, proportion and variation. So let us start with that. Let us start with the first question today. The sum of two numbers is 96. If the two numbers are in the ratio 5:3, then find the two numbers. So since the ratio is given to be 5:3, I can take the two numbers to be 5x and 3x. Now the question says that the sum of these two numbers is 96. So we can say that 5x plus 3x will be equal to 96, or we can say that 8x would be 96. So x would be 96 by 8. So this would be 1 and 2. So x is 12. So we can say that the two numbers are 5 into 12, that is 60, and 3 into 12, that is 36. So the two numbers are 60 and 36. So this is one way of simply assuming the numbers to be 5x and 3x, and then simply solving this equation to find the value of x and then the numbers. There is also an alternate way of doing the same sum. Since the ratio is given to be 5:3, so I can say that the total part is 8. So I can say that this 8 part is 96. So one part would be 96 by 8, which would be 12. So one part is 12. So 5 part would be 60 and 3 part would be 36. So we can solve this question in this way as well. Okay, so now let us say this question. A number 420 is divided into 4 parts such that 4 times the first part, 3 times the second part, 6 times the third part, and 8 times the fourth part are all equal. We need to find the third part. So let us assume that the first part is A, the second part is B, the third part is C, and the fourth part is D. So we have been given as A plus B plus C plus D equals to 420. Now, according to question, 4 times the first part, that is 4 times of A, is equal to 3 times the second part, that is 3B, equals to 6 times the third part, that is 6C, and 8 times the fourth part, that is 8D. Now, in such kind of questions, it is better to find the ratio of all these parts. So if you look at the coefficients, so this is 4, this is 3, this is 6, and this is 8. So if you find the LCM of 4, 3, 6, and 8, so this comes to be 24. HCF and LCM videos are already been uploaded, so you can go through that video if you are unable to find the LCM. So the LCM of 4, 3, 6, and 8 is 24. So let us divide this by 24. So 4A by 24 equals to 3B by 24 equals to 6C by 24 and 8D by 24. So if you cancel this out, this would be A by 6, which would be equal to B by 8 equals to C by 4 and equals to D by 3. So I can say that the ratio of A, B, C, and D is 6, 8, 4, and 3. Now, since we know the ratio, so we can assume the numbers to be 6x, 8x, 4x, and 3x. So I can put all these numbers in this equation and I can find the value of x, and then we can find the value of C, which is 4x. Instead of that, what we can do is the total part is 6, 8, 4, and 3. So the total part is 21 part. I need to find the value of the third part. That is, I need to find the value of C, which is 4 part. So I can say that 21 part of the whole number is 420. So 4 part would be 4 by 21 times of 420. So if you cancel this out, so this would be 20 and this would be 80. So the third part is 80. So instead of putting these values in this equation, what we can simply do is we can take the part of C, which is 4, out of the total part, which is 21, and the total number is 420. So we can simply solve it in this way to find the final answer. Okay, so now let us see this question. If the ratio A by B is given to be 2 by 3, then how much is 3A square plus 5B square upon 3A square minus 5B square? Okay, so let us try to solve this question. Since A by B is given to be 2 by 3, so I can write it to be as A by 2 is equal to B by 3. Now, Since these two ratios are equal, I can take this ratio to be k. So I can write A to be 2k and B to be 3k. Now I can use the value of A and B in this ratio and I can find the value. So this would be 3 into 2k square plus 5 into 3k square upon 3 into 2k square minus 5 into 3k square. So if you just solve this out, this would be 12k square plus 45k square upon 12k square minus 45k square. So if you add it up, this would be 57k square upon minus 33k square. So the ratio would be finally minus 57 upon 33. Now we can solve the same question using componendo and dividendo. So let us try to see how we can do that. So A by B is given to be 2 by 3. I can see here A square and B square. So let us square this. So this would be A square upon B square will be equal to 4 upon 9. So if you look here, the coefficient of A square is 3 and the coefficient of B square is 5. So let us multiply 3 by 5 to both sides. So this would be 3A square upon 5B square would be equal to 3 by 5 into 4 by 9, which would be 12 upon 45. Now, if you recall the componendo and dividendo, so we know that if A by B is equals to C by D, then using componendo and dividendo, we can write A plus B upon A minus B will be equal to C plus D upon C minus D. So this is what componendo and dividendo says. So if we apply the same method here, that is componendo and dividendo, I can write 3A square plus 5B square upon 3A square minus 5B square. So this would be equal to 12 plus 45 upon 12 minus 45. So this would be 57 upon minus 33, which is nothing but minus 57 upon 33. So the same question can be solved simply by using the value of A and B and putting it in this ratio. Else, we can also use the componendo dividendo method to find the value. Okay, so let us see this question. The ratio of managers to executives in an organization is 3:4, and that of executives to workers is 5:6. So if there are 27 more workers than managers, then what is the total number of executives? So the ratio of managers to executives is given to be 3:4, and that of executives to workers is given to be 5:6. Since here executive is 4 part and here it is 5 part, so I need to make the part same in both these ratios. So the LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So if I make this to be 20, so I multiply it by 5. So 3 times of 5 will give us 15. And this, if I make it 20, I multiplied it by 4. So 6 times of 4 will give us 24. So I can say that the ratio of managers to executives to workers would be 15, 20, and 24. Now it is given that there are 27 more workers than managers. So I know that workers are 24 part, managers are 15 part. So I can say that the difference would be 24 minus 15, that is 9 part. So according to question, this 9 part is given to be 27. So this 1 part would be 27 by 9, that would be 3. So we need to find the number of executives. So I know that executives are simply 20 part. So this would be 20 times of 3, that is 60. So the total number of executives in the organization is 60. So you can see simply by taking the help of ratio, we can solve this question very easily. Okay, so let us see this question now. A variable x varies directly with the square of another variable y. So when x is 4, value of y is 2. So we need to find x when the value of y is 10. So it is given that x varies directly to y square. So it can be written as x equal to some constant k into y square. So this constant k can be written as x upon y square. Now the value of x is 4 when y is 2. So this would be 2 square. So 4 by 4, this would be 1. So the value of this constant is 1. Now we need to find the value of x when y is 10. So I can say that x is equals to 1 into y square, or x is equals to y square. So we need to find the value of x when y is 10. So this would be 10 square. So value of x would be 10 square, that is 100. So simply we can use the concept of direct variation in such kind of problems. Okay, so let us now see this question. Some amount of food is sufficient for 250 people for 10 days. If another 50 people join, how long will the food last? So initially there were 250 people and the food lasted for 10 days. So now another 50 people join. So that is 250 plus 50. So total there are 300 people now. And how long will the food last? So that is the question that we need to find. I know that when the number of people increases, the food will last for less number of days. So can I say that this is a case of indirect variation? So if I take the number of people to be n, and if I take the number of days to be d, so I can say that n varies to 1 by d. So I can say that n1 d1 will be equal to n2 d2, or I can say that d2 will be equal to n1 by n2 into d1. So this 250 is n1, this 300 is n2, this 10 days is d1. So if I use the values here, so this would be 250 upon 300 times of 10. So this would be 0, 0, 0, 0. So that would be 25 by 3. So 25 by 3 days would be the right answer. So in such kind of cases, we can simply use the concept of indirect variation. Okay, so now let us see this question. The volume of a cylinder is directly proportional to its height and to the square of its radius. So if the height is halved while the radius is tripled, then what is the percentage change in the volume of the cylinder? So by reading the question, we can see that this is a case of mixed variation. So here the volume is directly proportional to height and to the square of its radius. So we can say that volume would be proportional to h into r square if I take the height to be h and radius to be r. So if I consider the new volume to be V2 and the original volume to be V1, so V2 by V1 can be written as H2 into R2 square upon H1 into R1 square, where H1 R1 was the initial height and radius of the cylinder and H2 R2 are the new height and radius of the cylinder. So the new height is half, so H2 can be written as half of H1 and the radius is tripled, so R2 can be written as 3R1 whole square. So upon H1 into R1 square. So this can be written as 9 by 2 H1 R1 square upon H1 R1 square. So we can cancel this. So V2 by V1 would be 9 by 2, that is 4.5. So the new volume would be 4.5 times the original volume V1. So the percentage change would be simply V2 minus V1 upon V1 times of 100. So if I use the value of V2, which is 4.5 V1 minus V1 upon V1 times of 100. So if you solve this out, this would be 3.5 into 100. So that is 350%. So that means when the height is halved and the radius is tripled, in that case, the volume would be changed by, or we can say that would be increased by 350%. So in today's video, we have seen some questions on ratio, proportion, and variation, but I would request you to practice more and more questions because the more you practice, the more you learn. So I hope you have learned something in today's video, but still if you have any confusion, you can watch the video again. And still if you have any questions or doubts, you can put it in the comment box. I will try to answer each one of your queries. So if you like the content of my videos, then do subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing, and keep growing. Thank you.